when their guy plays some games.
Alright, hi everybody, Weather Guy here. We are back with some more Patrick's Parabox. I hope you're doing great. I am feeling pretty good. I'm hoping for a better day than last time. But we'll see, you know? We'll see what happens, because last time was rough. So it looks like we have to get each of these squares, each of these boxes into their own space, right? And the puzzle becomes figuring out which box goes into which space, I guess. Okay. So, what issues do we have, right? We can't do something simple like this because then we have no way of getting this one off the wall. I guess that's our first issue. How do we get blue blocks off the wall? That's what we need to figure out, I think. How we do something like that. That's an interesting question, right? So I don't really have a good answer. Is it just this? That seems like a good start. Yeah. Yeah, this does it, doesn't it? And then we, what? This? Push it out? And then I think we did the level. Yeah. No, not quite. Reason why level's not done. Because now we have to get this block off the wall. And we can't go like... Oh, here we go. It's like this. Look at this. No, it's not like that. This is clever. Look, because then look what happens. Now it's on this wall. And not only that, now this blue block is stuck here. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's rewind a bit. I think our first step was pretty good, so let's come back to about this place here. See what else we can think of maybe doing to help out. This puzzle's more clever than it lets on, I think. Right? It looks like a pretty simple one, but there's little nuances going on that make things really tricky because it has a lot of tight corridors. Huh. So, one thing that I think is kind of apparent, maybe, is that we're not going to enter in through the bottom of this box till we're ready to solve, right? Because there's no good that's going to come out of coming out down here, really. Because we can't push any boxes through this corridor, so probably the last thing we're going to do is maybe enter through the bottom of it to finish the level, right? I could see that happening. So what do? Can we... Again, this doesn't work for the reasons I was just saying. This is what I tried last time, and it comes with its own problem. Which is you end up back here. This box ends up on the side, but again you have the blue box totally stuck. So let's just do a full restart this time. Let's just do a full restart. It seems like a pretty good start, but maybe we want to get the yellow block in the action too. Maybe that's good, right? Can we do that? I don't know if we can. I guess we can do like this, huh? Oh, but then we don't have a way of getting any of this stuff out. Yeah, so let's not do that. Let's just do this. This. Then let's slow down right here before we push it against the wall or anything, right? Oh, was I being foolish? Is it just this? Yeah. No. Same issue. I have to find the right spot to get this emptied at. Huh. Because again, if we do here, we end up in basically our starting position. So, but if we do it down here, then we don't have a way to... Interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what happens if we do it up here. Exactly. We just get stuck because the yellow block's not letting us out. Okay. Makes sense. Is there any use in pushing down or anything like that? Probably not. Even if we were to... is there any use to trying to get the yellow block inside? Is there any reason to do that? There must be some utility for the yellow block, right? But what it is, I know not. This just seems not great, right? Oh, maybe it's fine. Yeah, maybe this is something. Okay. Because this allows us what? I'm not sure. Sometimes I try to act like I'm about to say something slightly profound and then I don't have anything for you. That's an idea. Oh, but now we can't. Oh. Now we can't get inside the green box easily. So maybe we go ahead and push both out. Now we're stuck. Okay. Okay. Let's push this out. No, let's push this out. Back where we started with that. Just trying to think if there's anything neat we can do here, right? Any tricks we have? Yeah, alright, just to double check a mechanic real quick. If we do this, we're just screwed. Yeah, okay. So what do we do here? Again, this is back where we started, which is not what we want. And this is back where we started. Yeah. Keep doing the same moves over and over because I'm kind of at an impasse of what to do to proceed, you know? I guess the question is, if we get this onto the bottom, is there any way to get it back off the bottom, right? If we get this green box on the bottom, is there any way to get it off the bottom? And I don't really see a way to do that. You know? Doesn't seem to be a possible thing. Okay. Little idea. I don't know if this is anything. But it's come up a few times. Let me try back up further. This sort of spot, I think. I want to try to get... Okay. No. No. Okay. Sorry, I'm all over the place. What was I? Okay. Is there anything to the... No, there's nothing to this. Not all the way up there. Is there anything... If we had it here, is there anything to that? I don't think there is. So I was gonna see something about putting... Oh, that's why this is extra tricky too. If we push in like the green block from the bottom, it ends up in this spot where it's just completely trapped. So that's never the thing, actually. Okay. I was considering like basically swapping their roles to where the green block is inside the blue block. And then using the blue block to deposit the green block somewhere, but that doesn't really work, I don't think. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, let's just get this in here. As we do, get this out of here. Is there a simpler way to do this I'm just not seeing? Definitely seems like a case of where we have to get this against this left side for anything meaningful to happen. You know? Otherwise we always end up with the blue in one of the starting spots. But what do we do with the... Okay. Let's get them both in here again. I kind of like that idea. What was the way we did that before? I already forgot. Oh no. Surely isn't that. Oh, it's just this, isn't it? And then we do this thing. Okay. Because I'm thinking if we... Maybe we deposit the blue up here. Is that useful, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to deposit it up there though either. Because as soon as we push this green up to the top up here, it's simply not coming down, you know? Oh, we also can't exit the blue when I put it in the middle like that. That's not ideal. So maybe let's not do that. Let's do this the other way around, like... some other way. How did I do that before? Oh, just this? There we go. So is it ever like this way? Is the question I'm having. Is it ever this way? And I think the answer is I'm definitely not sure. Because how do we get back inside the green block? And it seems like the only way to do that without the blue block inside it is against this left wall, which doesn't seem ideal. Because we can do this sort of thing, right? Probably not like that, but like this. That's pretty okay looking. But now we're, what? Screwed, is what the layman's term is, right? Because we have this on the bottom. And we seemingly have no way to move it up, right? No way to move it up to the top. Because you can't get under it. And we can't like push the blue thing down to absorb it, and even if we could, that wouldn't be particularly useful, right? Okay. Let's get back to this situation. Okay. Again, this just seems like I don't know what to do, is what it seems like. It's just tight enough in here to cause a lot of problems, you know what I mean? Like, they made it perfectly to give us a bad time. And I think we need to think of something more clever to do with the yellow block as well. The yellow box. But what that is, I'm unsure. One fact we know, I think, is we're never going to push the blue block down on top of another block because it gets stuck again in this spot here where red guy is now, I'll call him. So what else could we do? What else could we do? I mean, seems like we still just do this, right? But then why would we even have that yellow block to begin with? Because that's it doesn't affect the puzzle at all. It hasn't been used in any way, and it, just doesn't sit right with me. Simply does not sit right. Okay. I wonder if it's a case of we get the yellow block situated somewhere else. Like, I don't know, if we do this sort of thing again. Push this out, we're in the same spot. I'm so dumb. But for real, what do we do with this yellow block? Where do we put it? Does it still go in this corner? That feels unlikely. That feels too easy. Doesn't make sense that we would go from the starting position to just pushing that block up once. Actually, let's try this real quick. This is nothing, right? Because it's gonna just, yeah. If we do this, it's still not good. We just end up in this spot, and then we do this thing, and we're back where we started, like magic, every time. We can do this. Oh, that's an interesting angle I haven't considered. Okay, I think we got it now. I say that, and I think I actually don't have it, now that I'm looking at it. I think I'm still in the same problems. Okay. But we can go back inside the blue block. I hadn't considered that. I don't know how that's useful exactly. Seems like it's good to know, right? Because now we have this yellow block off the wall, which seems very good. Seems quite nice. Because then we can do that. Exit this. Push this out. Got it. We got it. I overlooked a very basic thing, which happens. But what matters is we solved the puzzle today, whereas last week we solved a whopping 0. So we're going to take a peek at this one. May not solve this one today. Oh gosh, 3 blocks is 3 holes to get into. This exits that. So similar sort of thing, I guess. At least the amount of objectives is basically the same. Where's our goal? It's inside the green. Oh, this is a lot. This is complicated. Alright. So what do we know? This is a bad situation. This is one thing we know. I don't think we ever want this yellow block against the right side. I think that's never ever good. It seems impossible to get it off that wall. So we're not going to do that. What else do we know? This is kind of interesting. I don't know how to do this in an efficient manner though without getting that yellow block against the right wall. Huh. This is very curious. Okay. We can do this all day long. We can push these blocks inside of each other potentially, right? Maybe. Gosh, there's gotta be an easy way to do this without using the yellow block as a... I guess we can just do this. But then we have this issue of the blue block is against the right wall, you know? And I don't see a way to get it off of this wall. Because all of our walls are on the right side, you know? How do we get stuff off the wall over there? So it looks like our only wall that we have to work with. Well, do we have this? Do we have... What was I trying to say? I don't know. I thought I had something in my head and it went away so fast. Yeah, I was thinking of something else. One of those situations where you use the wall of the level, like the outside wall of it. It's hard to explain. Things are so hard to explain when you're talking in context of this game. Whereas Baba Is You, it's easier to explain because everything is very much contextualized with nouns and verbs and articles, right? But with this, you're like, I got a yellow block and I got a greenish block and a blue block, and then there's walls and holes all over the place, and it's very hard to frame how to talk about the levels, right? In a way that's both efficient in talking and also easy to understand, right? And that's a very big part about learning how to solve puzzles, I think, in general, is whenever you are able to verbalize what each of the elements and components are and how they interact and stuff, when you're able to easily verbalize that, it makes it much easier for your brain to form like shortcuts in how you understand them, right? You sort of develop these subconscious connections, right? So you may think, hey, yellow always means blah 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 blah, and you just know that instinctively, right? But with this, it's a little bit more nebulous, you know what I mean? So it's a bit harder for me to make the clean connections. And this level is pretty, I mean, I guess they're all going to be pretty tricky because we're in the challenge level zone, right? But this has a very unique problem, I feel like, of only having the left side as an entry point, you know? It feels very much like you have to figure out how to make your wall in order to enter an area. Because again, we don't want to use the yellow block as a wall. That's just asking for a bad time. And we also don't want to use the actual wall as a wall over here. That's asking for a bad time. Because once you get this against the wall, once again, there's no way, as far as I can tell, getting this yellow block off the wall. And we need this yellow block to solve puzzles. Because we have 3 empty block spaces and only 3 blocks. Right? And we can't do like a duplicate sort of shenanigans because of the way this is structured. Very curious indeed. This is kind of interesting. I guess. I don't know what to do with it, but it's kind of interesting, right? Okay. Let's do a restart. Let's do that sort of setup again. Let's try pushing like all these into each other. Let's just do that. Neat. What can we do with that? Right? What can we do with that now that we have it? Well, first we need to get that there. We somehow need to get... so there's another element that's very clear looking at this now, but I'm probably going to forget about it because I won't solve this puzzle today, I don't think. But looking at the green box in there, we know, I think for a fact, what box has to go inside the green box, and it's the blue box. The blue box has to go inside the green box. And we know this because if you look at the bottom of the green box and where the exit is, we have to exit a blue box in order for ourselves to finish, right? So that's interesting. So this is what, that? Okay. So how do we get inside the green box? I guess our first step was not putting the yellow box inside it, huh? That's bad. So we do this once again. And we're in this funky spot. We have to figure out how to get settled inside the green box, so we can finish this level somehow. Gosh, this is complicated. There's a lot of problems here. Like a lot of problems. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know where to begin to solve these problems. This doesn't help. And again, this... Gosh, this level's crazy. This gets us inside, but then we have to exit. And we're there, but now we see this is exactly the problem. If we get the yellow box against the side, we get this issue. You know? Everything else is great, but we don't have the yellow box where it needs to be. Maybe we do need the yellow box inside the green box, and then whenever we get... Well, no, because then we have to... Does this still work? Yeah, I guess it would still work, huh? We would just do this. Well, no, actually. Hang on. Yeah, actually. Yeah, sorry. We would just do this, right? And then we could do this, and then exit. So if we can get the yellow box inside the green box, that would work also. But, but the issue is getting inside the green box initially after we have the yellow box in there. I just don't know how to do that. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Because as far as I can tell, let me elaborate further. As far as I can tell, there are only two places where we can enter into the green box. Well, hang on. There's this exit that we've created. There's a wall there. And there's the right wall. So if we... Oh, is this it? No. Yeah, that's right. That's what we need to do. We're having an issue because we need to push the yellow block in there too. Okay. Let me go back further. Let me go back slightly further. Let's get the yellow block in here as well. Is that good for us? Is there a way inside now? I don't know if there is. Sure doesn't seem that way, huh? Oh, this is it. This is it. Let's go. We got there. Okay, we did two puzzles today. That's great. We love to see that. And with that, we're done for today. Give me again some hints from last week's video of these two levels that I skipped. Let me look at them again for you. This one, which is Challenge 4. And this one over here, which is presumably Challenge 6. Do you have any hints for these? That would be great. We have 36 levels to go. Not too bad. We'll make it. So any hints for either of those two levels would be great. Next time we're going to try to tackle those again, and we're also going to begin with this one. Great. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching today. We did 2 puzzles. Feels great. Make sure that you take care of yourselves. Make sure that you take care of others. And I will see you next time. Peace out.